Good morning, everybody. I have a headache today. Okay, just gotta tune this real quick. Or just make sure it's in tune. There we go. There we go. We passed up on the stairs. Yep, I'm out of tune. We passed up on the stairs. Spoke of was and when, although I wasn't there. Said it was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes. I thought you died alone a long, long time ago. Oh no, not me. And I never lost control. Your face to face with a man who sold the world. Well, I laughed and shook his hand. Made my way back home. I searched for foreign land. Years and years I roamed. I gazed and stared. We walked a million hills. I must have died alone a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with a man who sold the world. But who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with a man who sold the world. Wait, let me see if I can do it. I can do Corey Taylor's voice pretty good usually, but I just woke up not that long ago. I schmid my pants, pull the strings, or whatever that fucking song is. Was it? No. Fuck. What is it? And listen, I was a world before I was a man. I. Oh, I get to the psychosocial. I shit my pants, but I went out. Superficial fade, it doesn't cut. The soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning, the sickening. Love that song so much. Yeah, I'm so glad that after 6 months of playing that song, I finally can play it. Oh man, it's taken me so long just to learn how to play basic stuff on here. Oh, I appreciate that, Tim. What the heck, there's some sound playing. Ugh, I hate when ads start playing music. Sorry, I don't know Neon. of southern Illinois, coming down home country boy. He's gonna make it in the city, play down the studio. Well, he hadn't been there an hour when he met a Broadway flower. You know she took him for his money and she put him in a cheap hotel. Country boy is me. Say, how am I ever gonna break the news to the folks back home? It's gonna be a great success. Things sure ended up a mess. In the process, I got messed up too. Well, hello, mama and dad, I had a call collect, 'cause I ain't got a cent to my name. In the hotel doorway, and at night I say it's gonna rain. If you'd only send me some money, I'd be back on my feet again. Sitting in care of the Sunday Mission box number 10. Still worrying about the boy. This boy going home since he gets the fare. As soon as I get my bread, I got a pipe up beside my head. Will they let me in and out? Take the money you might be taught to. Well, hello, mama and dad, I had a call collect, 'cause I ain't got a cent to my name. In the hotel doorway, and I know they say it's gonna rain. If you'd only send me some money, I'll be back on my feet again. Sending in care of the Sunday Mission box number 10. But since you're a sick enchanter, I'll play you some peaceful music for a little bit. What's up, Peter? How's Stewie? Or to do it like Joe. Hey, Peter. What's going on today? Sunset is an angel weeping, holding out a bloody sword. I'm gonna restart that. I'm gonna do it a little bit more flair than I've been doing. Sunset is an angel weeping, holding out a bloody sword. No matter how I squint, I cannot make out what it's pointing. Sometimes you feel like you've lived too long. Days drip slowly on the page. You catch yourself pacing the cage. Proving who I am so many times. Magnetic strips worn thin. Each time I was someone else, and everyone was taken in. Powers chatter in high places, stir up eddies in the dust of rage. Set me to pace in the cage. I never knew what you all wanted, so I gave you everything. All that I could purge, all the spells I could sing. It's as if the thing were written in the constitution of the age. Sooner or later, you wind up pacing the cage. Sometimes the best map will not guide you. You can't see what's around the bend. Sometimes the road leads through dark places. Sometimes the darkness is your friend. Day these eyes scan the bleached down land for the coming of the outbound stage. Pacing the cage. Man, I'm so tired. Yeah, anytime they say Pewter Schmidt, I'm like, oh, there's a Schmidt in there. It's hilarious. There you go, swimming deeper into mystery. Here I remain, seeing and only where you used to be. Stare at the ceiling till my ears filled up with tears. Never got to know you, suddenly you're out of here. Gone from mystery into mystery. Gone from daylight into night. Another step deeper into darkness. Closer to the light. Walked outside. Summer moon was nearly down. Mist on the fields, holding stillness all around. Death's no stranger, no stranger than the life I've seen. Still I cried, still I beg to get you back again. Gone from mystery to mystery. Gone from daylight into night. Another step deeper into darkness. Closer to the light. Another step deeper into darkness. Closer to the light. Hello darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains in the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone. Beneath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light, split the night, touched the sound of silence. the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs their voices never share. No one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fools, I say, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words like silent raindrops fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed. The neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of our prophets are written on the subway walls, tenement halls, and whispered in the sounds of silence. What's up, Mawadaki? Mawadaki? I'm just gonna call you Mao. What up, Mao? How you doing? At the feast of fools, you Americans sometimes be cruel, but under certain conditions, you have to forget the rules. At the feast of fools, everybody has a voice. Nobody goes to the bottom except by their own choice. It's time for the silent criers to be held in love. It's time for the ones who did great, for them to get that final shove. Time for the horizons of the universe to be glimpsed even by the faceless kings of corporations. It's time for chaos to win the war over the prize, which turns out to be nothing. of fools. People's hands weave like there isn't time and wind, flowering in the darkest night. It's time for the silent criers to be held in love. It's time for the ones who dig graves to get that final shove. It's time for the rise of the universe to be glimpsed even by the faceless kings of corporations. It's time for chaos to win, war on for the prize, which turns out to be a big fat nothing. At the feast of fools, the lost cannot come home. Dang it! I guess that was the end of it. Wait, it's only got some of the lyrics. What the heck, man? Because I know there's more lyrics to it than that. Oh, whatever. Doing good, Mania. How you doing? Rammstein song. I'm sorry, I don't know that song. It's been a long time since I listened to Rammstein. Or Rammstein, whatever it is. I don't really do requests because most of the stuff people request, I have no idea what it is. This is another one by Bruce Cockburn. That last one was Feast of Fools by Bruce Cockburn. Such a good song. Well, I was up the road on Easy Street, watching everybody stand around and cheat. Man comes up, says, move along, back to the corner where you belong. Mama just wants to build a house all along. Yeah, the city singing like a siren choir. Some fool tried to set this town on fire. TV creature screams, come on along, babe. Feel like Fairy, face to face with King Kong. Mama just wants to build a house all Blank User? How you doing today, man? I saw you a couple streams ago on one of JC Praxis' streams. Oh, I can do that easy, dude. I play my own music all the time. Anyways. I probably should practice time in a bottle. I need to get better at that. Sorry, I don't know any of Enrique Iglesias' songs. If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I like to do is to save every day like a treasure, and then wait, I'd save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I would save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things we want to do once we find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. And if I had a box just for wishes, dreams, and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things we want to do once we find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. I need to practice that a lot more. It's so hard to reach around with all that. Oh man, that sucks. Having to do work. One Republic's Public. Sorry, I don't know that song. To this is D minor, D minor 7. Yo, what up, Edward?
Lord of a starfield, ancient of days, universe maker, here's a song in your praise. Wings of a storm, storm clouds, beginning and end. You make my heart leap like a banner in the wind.
It goes up to a G minor 7. No, that.
Oh love, the fires of the sun keep me burning. Oh love, the fires of the sun keep me burning. Lord of the starfields, so alive, heaven and earth are full of your light. Voice of a nova, smile of a dew, all of our yearning, it all comes home to you. Oh love, that fires the sun, keep me burning. Oh love, fires the sun, keep me burning.
Like, what kind of guitar do I have? I just have a Cordoba C5. It's cheap. Yeah, one of these days I'll be able to do that. Maybe in like 4 years. I should practice more like actual. I guess I don't know, cause like I've gotten to the point now like I can just hear stuff like wait. But yeah, I'm gotten to the point now where I can just hear music and be like, and find it on the guitar. So I don't really feel a need to like learn other people's solos anymore. I guess for fun, but like I really don't care enough. Cause like even David Gilmour doesn't even play the same solo every time. He doesn't memorize his stuff, or he knows like the basic stuff for his songs and what he wants to do and how to kind of go about it, but so I kind of like almost don't feel like it's worth learning other people's music too much to a degree. Cause I'm really just doing this so that way I can get good enough at playing the stuff that I like, so that way I can make the my own stuff. Yeah. I've been having a lot of fun with just like major 7 chords a lot lately. Or actually, not just major 7, but major and minor 7. I also like to practice some stuff so that way I get like kind of like ideas of how a genre sounds. I like standard tuning because it's the easiest for me to calculate in my head on like where I'm at, what I'm doing. Because like I do like I can do dad like me. Sometimes I don't even do full dad gad, I just do. But pretty much all I get from out of it. It's a good country sound. See you later, Peter. Yeah, I get a little carried away when I start noodling and open tunings. But to retune this now. It's flat. Only 5 cents flat. That's nice. New record for me. What you all been up to today? Slightly sharp. Yo, what's up? See, it's a really weird question to try to answer because I've played without knowing what I was doing for a really long time. I've had a guitar since I was 5. That doesn't mean I had formal lessons or anything. I got like a couple lessons from a classical guitarist or a classical guitar teacher that my dad knew. It wasn't even lessons. He came to the church like 4 times, not even in a row. It was like once every couple of months. He would come to the church and be like, "Hey, what's going?" Because he's like my dad's best friend or something like that from years ago. And then he taught me some basic stuff. He gave me a Mel Bay book, and this was like when I was 14, and I got my first classical guitar for my birthday. And but he taught me like and how I'm supposed to be holding it and everything, but we couldn't really go beyond doing just like basic notes. And even then I had trouble reading music. I couldn't figure it out. Makes a lot more sense to me now, but back then I wasn't even interested in playing guitar. My dad was just making me do it for school because I was homeschooled. And he's like, "You need to learn an instrument because they make you do that in school." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." Ooh, that sounds cool as fudge, dude. I'm trying not to cuss as much so that way the algorithm doesn't punish me, but you got a 7-string with a down-tuned 7-string and a 6-string 10. Hell yeah. I really honestly didn't, I had the guitar for a long time. I learned, your basic F chord, C chord, G chord stuff. I couldn't do bar chords until, a couple years ago. And then I finally figured out how to do it. And then after that, I was like, oh, cool, now I know how to do it. And then I stopped playing. Then my wife, a few months ago, was like, "You don't play guitar anymore." I missed that, and I was like, okay. So I was like, that means I need to get good at guitar for my wife. So now, I practice every day. But it's been about 6 months of playing about 3-4 hours. I'll stream on here for about an hour. And then when I'm off stream, I'm just going. I'm just trying different modes and stuff. I'll get some old Allison Change. We chase misprinted lies. I'm out of tune now. I'm in standard tuning right now. We chase misprinted lies. We
pace a path of time. Yet I find repeating in my head. If I can't be my own, I feel better dead.
I'm not gonna annoy everybody with that high pitch of my singing this early in the morning. Already butchered enough music today. A lot of what I practice lately is pretty much like, I wish I had a camera that I could show you. I'm gonna turn around and I got all these charts that I made, and I just stare at those for hours. So I have like a huge, yo Dan, what's up, bro? I have this ultimate circle of fifths that I created, and right next to it is and this still sounds out of tune. Has a guitar neck that shows all the yeah, the G's way out of tune. It has all the notes and everything on it and the relationships. It's all color coded and everything. So what I do is like, yeah, no, it's so fun to have those the charts and everything. But yeah, it's really fun because like, so the way I have it set up is it has circle of fifths, your dominant chord, or your secondary dominant chords, and your tritone substitution. So anything that I want to, I can make up a song just looking at the thing really easily. Just actually, let's start off with B7, and then T. It still sounds out of tune. God. Oh my god, no wonder. I'm just tuning the wrong peg. Like, why isn't it going up? Don't smoke weed, kids. Bad for your memory. Bad for your health. Close enough. Oh, for this stuff, like, that is just muscle memory. Because I spend a lot of time just going. Oh, no. Okay, and then. I do a lot of that. Like, that's what you guys would see if I really streamed what I, like, do all the time. Because I'll be looking at the chart, and I'm like, so what's that? What's this? Oh, this is a 7. Okay. And then what's this? It's also a 7. Yeah, just going back and forth looking, huh? Oh, okay. I do a lot of that. But the rest of the stuff is kind of muscle memory. And also just learning the patterns. Because you're always going to have, if you're starting on the tonic, if you're starting on your root note, you're always going to have those 2 whole notes, and then you get that half note. So that's easy to remember. So if I'm playing, say, let's say I'm starting with A minor right here. This is the 6, this is your minor 6 chord. And instead of doing the B diminished, I like to just change the diminished chord to a minor. So you got then your 7 minor. So you're gonna have minor, minor, major, major, or major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor. It's just major, major, minor, wait. Major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, minor. That's all you gotta know. And then like, oh, so if I'm playing a G chord, I know that if I'm in the key of C, I can just go down to, I can only go down to F, and that's gonna be a normal major chord. Then if I want to actually make it spicy, then I go down to F, make it minor, and then use that to resolve the C. That's what What's His Name does in Space Oddity, but you can see it also on the chart that it works really well. But my favorite so far is going from G, G7, D flat 7 to C. So I'm going chromatically. So first I got the 5 up there, 5, 7, flat 2 to the 1. So you're just going 5, 2, 1. So what I've figured out, because I've been also on that kick lately too, is trying to figure out what the heck do people do when they, like, how do these singers and people come up with melodies for their lyrics? One thing I found is make your voice the harmony to whatever chord or progression you're singing, or that you're on. So say like we got A. Instead of singing, starting your melody like, the peaceful night, it's better to start with either your 5th or your is that your 3rd? No, wait. Start with your 5th or your 3rd. So that way it's a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? It has more contrast, and it doesn't just sound like you're just doing the exact same thing as what the chord progression's going. But it still works with the chord progression, so you're singing the da, 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 instead of da, da, da. That gives you it gives you a nice little melody right there. That's what I've noticed, is that a lot of stuff the melody starts on the 5 or the 3, not necessarily on the root note. But that gives it more of a full sound for your melody. Makes the chord progression sound a lot cooler. Yeah, no problem, dude. For a long time, I did a lot of producing. Well, I guess over half my life now. Sheesh. I've been producing since I was like 13. That's when I started learning how to produce music. But it has always escaped me for like, how do singers come up with memorable melodies? Because a lot of what I was writing and focused on was EDM, so I wasn't focused on vocals or easily singable vocal lines. I was focused on extremely complex melody lines. Like, I know it doesn't sound like anything like you've heard from EDM, but I used to make psytrance music, or melodic psytrance music. It's very specific morning melodic psytrance music. It's a very specific subgenre of psytrance, which is already a subgenre. But listened to by all of 12 people over in Australia. They used to check out my stuff all the time. But I was more focused on sound production, sound design, and mixing, and rather than trying to figure out how a normal song was written. I was more into progressive music, I guess you could call it. I still kind of like I understand now why lots of stuff loop and like lots of people loop their chord progressions and why there's the verse chorus kind of structure, but it never really sat well with me. I'm not wasn't big on it, but now I've kind of figured out how to be able to use it. But then from after that, trying to figure out, okay, now how do I write a song? Well, now how do I sing the melody? Because like I'll have the melody set, or not have the lyrics set in a good chord progression, but it used to have to just come to me, for like, oh, this is what the melody should be. But now it's like, oh, now I understand how melodies just work naturally. Because like I was telling Jamie last night, because she's like, yeah, I looked up, I needed some help on the internet. I was like, you can either spend years by yourself struggling to figure out something basic, or you can look it up and learn how to do it in 5 minutes. Because the principles are the same. It's just whether you want to struggle for the same knowledge you could have gotten in 5 minutes. But it's up to you, Some people like being self-taught. I just can't afford a teacher. That's it. It's literally it. I don't want to be self-taught. I'm just poor. Yes, I have books and stuff like that I can learn, but to me, that's still teaching yourself. Because I don't have anybody to be able to correct me in real time, tell me if I'm holding the neck wrong, or make sure I'm not doing too much tension. Teachers are extremely valuable for skills. I think you gotta be careful about what kind of ideology you learn from history teachers, but a math teacher and a guitar teacher are not really gonna lead you astray with what they teach you, unless that math teaches you 2 + 2 = 5. But even then, I'm pretty sure most people would realize that's not a good math teacher. One of my favorite things that I've been having a lot of fun with lately is, what was that? Something I was doing earlier that was real fun. What time is it? It's been an hour and 11 minutes. Yo, what up, Edward? Another thing I've found very useful is you can learn spread triads like this. Because then you just kind of, oh, if I need to play a major chord, I know that this is going to be my root, my third, my fifth right here. Going down. Now you gotta move the thing up a little bit, I think, when you go down, but. Yeah, well, I am Baby No Money's even poorer cousin, Baby Bankrupt. And the Baby No Money you get when you order it from Wish. You know, I've actually never heard his music. I just know him as an internet person that makes music. I've like seen a clip of an interview. I've seen the picture of him as Sonic, and that's about it. It's cool that he's into cosplay. I like dressing weird myself. You know, I'm something of a cringy person myself. Yeah, see, I didn't hear it. I don't really listen to a bunch of new stuff that comes out. I already have a bunch of all the stuff that I'm still trying to learn. I was homeschooled, so like I'm still catching up, man. I was raised in the 1930s. Essentially. Well, I guess we did have a little bit of TV. Oh my god, and those are all 30s movies. Yeah, my parents didn't allow me to watch like actual TV, so we get like old movies that were G-rated from the library. Those are all just like 30s and 40s movies. So I'm still catching up. Like right now, I'm in like the 50s. I've been listening to lots of jazz, bebop, and I guess also mid 60s too. Listen to a lot of Miles Davis, Coltrane. Although I want to expand my horizons a little bit more. I've never heard of that dinosaur. Sharkar. I've never heard of that term. Usually, is it someone's name or something? Because aren't like dinosaurs usually lived alongside spinosaurs? Yeah, let me look that up. I love dinosaurs. I'm gonna learn. Shark, tooth lizard. Oh, duh. Yeah, Donto. Yeah. Karchar. So is Karchar like, wait, shark tooth. So I guess Karchar would be Latin for like shark. Cartodontosaurus. theropod. Oh. There's some wildly different depictions on the internet. Charcharodon is the genus of sharks that includes the great white shark. Ooh, okay. Oh, I can see why it's called shark tooth. Yeah, it's got some massive teeth, man. It's cool looking. Very triangular shaped. Scientifically accurate, okay. There we go. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Fascinating. I assume this is kind of like a dominant species at the time, I guess. Lived in Africa and South America. This would be during Pangea, though, wouldn't it be? What? Wait, I need to go look at the Wikipedia. I want to see when this lived, because I don't remember when. Spinosaurus, yeah, apex predator. Okay, good. Possible specimens. Oh, shadow. It's going good. We're learning about a dinosaur. Oh, that's pretty big. Okay, you can go. Bye, Shadow. Oh, wait, so they found only little fragments of the bone. Oh, it's is it Charcharodon? Whatever. It's up in the chat. There we go. Thank you. My brain hurts. I'm not trying to pronounce things right now. Man, I have just a freaking massive headache today. It's so cool. I love Wikipedia. Ooh, okay, here we go. It's showing me the tree. Actually, let me see if I can do a window capture thing. And then we can all look at it. Wikipedia, there we go. Shrink this down a little bit. Boop. Yeah, me neither. I see, like, that's why I love learning stuff, and I love talking to people on live streams, because, like, not that many people, just all of a sudden be like, hey man, I'm gonna drop some evolutionary knowledge on you. You hear about this dinosaur? It's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm trying to find the timeline now. Vision, pathology, paleo environment. And this is one of the times that I don't have that many open. Okay, I see. Wait. Possible specimens. And this is where you're talking about found in Africa. Prior to the description of this Sereniops, Ariocarcharia, unnamed distinct. Okay. The only one known in that area. So if I guess the finding, is this in 2025 paper? So is this why your interest was sparked recently, because of this the new paper, or just from fascination? Oh, lived in the early Cretaceous. Okay, that answers my question. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. It's literally it. It's not even on here. Wait, maybe it is. Nope. Oh wait, no. Derp. If I had read the first couple sentences, about 100 to 94 million years ago, during the Cenomanian stage of the Cretaceous. Okay, cool. I love science so much, especially paleontology and all right. Well, I'm not going anywhere. No, I have not read the novel. I didn't even know there was a novel. I think I'm done with that window now. Boop. But lately, what I've been getting into is more poetry type stuff. Just trying to read some of the old books that I got. I do read a lot of, well, not currently. Last thing I was reading was just Critique of Pure Reason. It was okay. I felt like, it's like, I've been thinking a lot about philosophy and lately, and reading a lot of old philosophy is really, it's like, yeah, I could read Euclid's treatise on, like, you know, how to prove geometric forms, or I could just look at how we do it now, which is kind of better. I don't know. Also, I'm just, I don't know, not disillusioned, but disappointed by a lot of philosophy. Oh no, not anymore. I used to be depressed. I was more depressed when I read philosophy. But it's more of, it's overhyped for a lot of what people put too much emphasis on the words that someone said simply because they're wrote down and they're old and they sound good. And I'm not saying that there hasn't been tremendous contributions to the world of thinking through people like Hegel and, you know, Kant, and using, you know, reforming dialectic. And then you got Marx, you know, taking Hegel's stuff a little bit further with dialectical materialism and all that stuff. But everybody seems to be looking for someone else to think for them. And it's just sad how many people read Nietzsche and then, like, think that he's the greatest, and it's like, you could study all of philosophy, never read Nietzsche, and be fine. Nietzsche is so unnecessary, so overhyped, and so wrong. Not that he doesn't say some good things, like, even bad philosophers say some good stuff. It's just that their conclusions are warped by their own experiences in life most of the time. Like, Nietzsche was a curmudgeonly person who just had a bad view of most of life because he was sickly and just was constantly suffering. So it's like, yeah, if you're constantly in pain, you're gonna look at, like, everything like it's shit. If you're not, you know, life's kind of good. But it's all about that perspective, and that's something. And I find a lot of his philosophy has actually just produced more harm than good. It's like, yeah, sure, you had, like, yeah, your study on the Greek tragedies. That was cool. You know, the Apollo versus the Dionysian, you know, rituals and how they did the ceremonies of the, you know, plays and stuff, and how tragedy and comedy revolved. But yeah, his books were his point of view, but, like, that's what, no matter what, you can't get away from point of view. Philosophy is worth looking into for wanting to understand consciousness. If you want to understand what it is to be conscious and you want to learn how to think better, philosophy is great for that. But don't get caught up in ways to live philosophy. Ways to live philosophy is all bullshit. And and I don't even like speaking in generations, but it is all bullshit, because all these philosophers, no matter how good of their philosophy of life is, it's only going to be as good as they can live it. It's only going to be good for them, because their philosophy is produced by their experiences in life. And yes, it may work for them, but we are all individuals with completely different sets of programming. Yes, there's some universal things that we get taught because of culture and just the nature of human beings, but we're also wildly different in our expression. That, 12 rules for life, clean your room, bucko. That's not going to do it. That's not going to cut it. You need to teach people how to be able to figure shit out for themselves, and that's something that's very hard. Because even then, that comes down to figuring things out for yourself, comes down to your unique mental hookup and trying to figure out what actually works. So philosophy is worth looking into. I'd say more on the logic side, learning how to use logic, reasoning and rhetoric. I'd say read some of Aristotle's stuff, just to get a base kind of look at what people used to think back in the day, because that explains a lot of I see why people started thinking that this was how the world ran back in the Middle Ages. It's because they were reading this guy, and that kind of distorted their view. That's another thing that I'm trying to get the point across, is that what you're doing every time you read philosophy through a certain lens, as they call it, you're coloring your view. You're coloring your perspective of your experience through these ideas, and you're interpreting. Like, I can watch a movie and be like, oh, it's got anti-capitalist themes because of blah 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 blah, but it probably is not even in there. It's just the way that I'm seeing it through my own colored view of the world. If you're gonna, I'd say it's more important to learn the history of philosophy than it is to necessarily study philosophy itself. It's fun to read sometimes. It'll help expand how you think, but take nothing as true. I wouldn't say I've done my research. I've been searching for a really long time, ever since I was a kid, pretty much. So I've always searched for truth, because anytime I thought I found truth, it ended up being a lie. So I was like, well, what is truth? And I spent a lot of time figuring out what a truth is, and I haven't found much truth in the world. To a degree. I consider, religious behavior that's not belief. Religious behavior is the ritualistic, communal aspect of belief. So, religion is going to the temple or doing the rituals of the religion within a group. Group rituals is what really creates religion, because that creates cohesion within the group. Because you have all these symbols that differentiate your group from the other group. Like for Christians, it's the cross, and even then, different types of crosses differentiate the different sects of Christianity. And same thing for Hinduism. You have the different gods, the different cults of whatever gods that you're worshiping. But people like to wear, or clothing. There's religious clothing is usually there as a symbol to differentiate the believer from the non-believer. And I'm not into that. I'm not into this weird tribalistic the teachings of. I like to read religious philosophy and stuff like that. I like to read holy books ever so often. I'm not gonna call it wisdom, but there is value in understanding how people think and how people view the world from both perspectives, the purely material and the purely spiritual. Because our beliefs taint our actions. They taint how we see the world and how we respond to it. So I would say that I'm religious in my own religion. I have my own stuff that I do, my own idea of what is going on, but I don't think it's just a temporary model. It's not the truth. It's just what works for me. Church of his secular humanism. Hell yeah, man. You ever heard? I'm actually a minister though. In the in the Church of the Subgenius, I am a minister. See you later, man. Thank you for teaching me about that dinosaur. What's up, sir? Coughs a lot. Nice. Is that coughs a lot? No. Sir coughs a lot. It's an interesting name. It's hard to pronounce. Tomorrow 7:30. Isaiah 43:2. It's been a long time since I read Isaiah. Isaiah 43:2. Yeah, it's pretty cool. My favorite for that type of stuff is is it Psalm 19 is the ones the I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's a nice one. But when it comes to religion, I'm trying to be more open-minded and not so judgmental. But I judge a religion by the actions of its members. And a lot of times I'm just disappointed by the actions of people, so I'm disappointed in most religions. Yo, what up, Zero? How you doing? Ooh, I like that. Oh, I have a headache. This is what I look like. A lot, dude. I'm disappointed by everything with the church. I am disappointed with the fact that they starting from the very beginning, starting with people like Origen, Irenaeus, all these people. Really, I have no problem with Jesus. I have a problem with the legalists that came after Jesus that formed the Christian religion. No, I've read the Quran. But if we look at Christianity and its effect, I'm not talking about the teachings of Jesus or the people that are genuinely just trying to do good, because that's a majority of people. There's a lot of people that just want something that gives them a good kind of framework to do good in. That's what we're all looking for. You know, whether there's an afterlife or not, I don't think a lot of people really care about that. What they want is just, how do I live a good life now? So I'm not disappointed by that aspect in like very basic forms of Christianity, like, be generous, be a good person, don't be an asshole, be pacifists. But that didn't really take. What ended up happening is it became the state religion, which it just became another Roman religion. It just became another form of governmental control starting thousands of years ago. Because then it no longer was allegiance based on are you helping the state or whatever, are you a good person within the country? It became, what is your belief? Just kind of like with what happened to Socrates. So they said that he was corrupting the youth and that he was teaching them not to worship the gods and stuff. And he's like, no, I worship the God. And they're like, oh, you're gonna have to kill yourself now. And he's like, okay. Everybody voted on it. I like that. He liked democracy in action, even if it meant leading himself to his own death. But I digress. For Christianity, the main disappointment is how they've done literally the opposite of everything Jesus has ever taught. The Christendom that arose from the Roman Empire, from the merging of the religion with the Roman Empire, destroyed the freedom of so many people, destroyed so much archaeological, or not anthropology, I guess, anthropological richness. So many things were destroyed by the sweeping of a new warrior religion that went and conquered most of the world. Because Christianity didn't spread because Christianity's good. Christianity spread by the sword and forcing people to believe in that religion. Just like a lot of the major religions don't usually spread because people are convinced. They're spread because people are forced into a new religion, and then the family eventually just forgets that they were forced into believing that thing. Over a few hundred years, they forget the generations that they used to believe something completely different. I'm glad you like it, Zero. Thanks for subbing. But yeah, I don't know. That's my main disappointment with Christianity. Because Jesus said, "Blessed are the meek." What do we promote in Christianity? The most bombastic person. We put them in front of the church and then have them shout at us for a while about how we're going to hell or how we need to give more money to the church. The church is a grift. The church is a grift. The pastor does nothing. And if you really need a psychologist or spiritual help, go to an actual psychologist. Most pastors that I know give really bad advice because they're giving it from a weird perspective of oh, there's demons in you. No, there's not. I'm depressed because of actual environmental issues. No, you don't have schizophrenia. You got demons in you. You got the gay demon in you. That's what made you gay. And it's like, no, that's not how it works, buddy. So, I have nothing against loving Jesus. I have nothing against believing in God. I have everything against trying to run other people's lives based on your beliefs. That's what a lot of evangelical Christians, not all Christians are really into proselytizing and convincing everybody. But there's a certain sect of Christianity that's very popular in America that the essence is they won't be able to go to heaven and enjoy heaven unless they force other people to think like they do. And the fact that you are going to go to hell makes them also go to hell too. Because it's like, oh, I didn't reach anybody. I didn't convince people. I didn't save anybody. Therefore, I'm going to hell too. It's an anxiety that everybody around them must believe the same as them, or else they could be wrong. And what happens? It's cognitive dissonance, is what it is. Yeah, a lot of churches are a mess. So much they preach against sexual immorality, and then the pastor goes around raping people. It's like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I was raised in the church, and I've seen what happens behind the scenes. My dad was a pastor and was friends with a lot of other pastors. I knew all the news that was going on. I knew what was going on behind the scenes. It's straight up evil, bro. Don't follow. Just right there. Boom. Don't follow. Think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. Dude, it's not just a set of churches. It's most churches. People don't know how much fucked up stuff goes on behind the scenes. My thoughts don't matter because I don't have a womb. I think if you don't have a womb, your opinion is mute. I think everybody should have bodily autonomy. I don't believe in governance by law. I believe in governance by convincing people to act better. I don't believe in punishment either, or prison systems. I don't believe in any of this shit that we have going on. There's too much overreach nowadays. And I try myself to not be so opinionated over opinions. There is too much people like, I have to have an opinion of his opinion. This person isn't radical enough. This person's too radical. They're going too far. You believe the wrong thing. I don't like you. Oh my God. It's like, who cares? So what, we believe different. I only care what you do. You harm people and you create more harm, I'm against you. You help people and you help others help people, I'm for you. That's it. That's all we actually need for moral guidance. It's all you really need. Are you helping people? Are you trying to help people? Yeah. Are you trying to dictate their actions? No, you shouldn't do that. You can only help people if they want help. So you can point the way to the city of light. But if they don't want to walk with you, don't chain them to you. All they're going to do is just drag you back. If you want peace, go find peace. You'll never be able to find peace trying to convince someone else how to live a peaceful life. All we can be is, there's a lot of stuff that Jesus said that I completely admire. Saying that, we need to be lights on a lampstand. We need to not hide ourselves under a bushel. If you're going to do good things, do them for people to not see and admire you, but to copy. We need more actual role models. What we have now aren't role models. We have celebrities, which are just puppets for corporations to create trends so that way they can sell you more garbage that you don't need, so that way fat cats can get richer. That's why, TikTok, you know why that they're keeping it and they just haven't just banned it, even though they keep on telling people, we're going to ban it. So that way people are more on it. Because the more that you tell someone that you're going to ban something, the more they want it. They're oh my God, it's going to be gone soon. I got to be on it all the time. I have to get all my opinions from TikTok. Oh my God. Oh, I saw this thing on TikTok, so I bought it. You just realize that you just fell for, there's a sucker born every minute. There's so much stuff. The reason why TikTok has not been banned is because it creates trends for companies in America to be able to push their shitty products on more people and to create tons of wealth for the people that are already wealthy. it's not about helping small businesses. It's not about helping small creators. It's about, yeah, you get a few people that can maybe break through, and what does that do? You create a symbol that people can try to reach for, that they'll never attain. You know that they'll never be able to be as rich and successful as the few people that you've chosen. But now you got all these people working for you, working for a goal that, you're holding the carrot out in front of them. They're going to constantly pull your cart forward, reaching for that carrot that they're never going to eat. That's why TikTok still exists. There's too much money in it. Too much money to be made for people that love money. Yeah. Yeah, I like what Glenn said. It's a propaganda machine for both sides. And see, the problem is people think that there are sides. They think, oh, it's the Democrats versus the Republicans. It's the left versus the right. It's not. Never has been. It's been for the past 8,000 years. It's been against the chief who hoards stuff, keeps it from the people. And telling the religious lie. The gods were created to create hierarchy. Say, well, who gave you the authority to tell me what to do? Why do you get to have all my stuff? God told me I could have it. Well, okay, if it's for God, then obviously, you should take, 70% of all my grain. Yep. Yeah, and it's, remember that storm that we had last week? Yeah, that was Zeus saying that he's not happy with you guys and that we need to raise taxes because, that gold statue of me isn't going to build itself. I'm going to need you guys to do that. We're going to make a small one to Zeus as well, just so that way he can have, be pleased as well. But I would like a really big gold statue of me, and God also wants that too. That's how it started. And we've been living the same lies ever since. Politics is the entertainment branch of the industry. Boom, yeah. I love that. For all my ranting and raving and Sky yelling or whatever, what has changed though? So that's another thing that I think about a lot lately is you can shout at the ivory tower, but in the end they're still there. So what do we do from here? How do we fix the problem? Because the problem isn't young man, yes. I've been an old man since I was born. But maybe it's just because I've always recognized the problems. And I've always been like, you guys see this problem too, right? Why aren't we fixing this? But for all like my ranting and raving, what good comes of it? Sure, I might be able to convince a couple people that what I'm thinking is real, but what does it do from there? Oh yeah, 100%, Glenn. Also, yeah, so I figured out actually how to solve the insurance problem yesterday. You know how we all get screwed over with medical insurance and how we pay so much money and they don't pay anything really back and they try to refuse and they make money by refusing us? Make it a government job. Make it one standard salary for every single position within insurance. Make it $45,000. So you make just barely a little bit more than me. Still, it's comfortable. I live a comfortable life. I'm very comfortable right now. You get a comfortable life, but you get what you do it is for the service to the people. You only get set amount, $45,000 or whatever, raised with the cost of living or whatever. And then you take that out of taxes for their pay. And then all the money that we pay into the insurance, when we do go to the doctor, instead of having to pay a fucking deductible, it's taken care of. Because all the money that I paid, instead of it going to some rich guy to make billions, it just went to my medical expenses. Boom, right there. The health crisis solved. But that's never going to happen. Because insurance is a scam, and it's a pyramid scheme. There's someone at the very top taking most of my money that I give that's supposed to go to a doctor, but for some reason this president or CEO is sitting out there doing nothing actually for me, actually actively telling people to deny me care, and I'm giving him the majority of my money for the insurance. No. I ain't gonna fly, buddy. That's why I don't get medical insurance. I know a lot of people are like, you don't have medical insurance? I'm like, and I'm still alive! Oh, I jump so many topics. I could talk on anything for a really long time. Yeah, universal healthcare. It's very simple, very easy to implement, and all our funds would actually go to medical care and paying the doctors. So you know what? We wouldn't have to cut doctors' pay. Doctors wouldn't have to make less. They could still make just as much money as they do now. We just get rid of these gluttonous businessmen. Yeah, imagine trusting our doctors with our care. Imagine a world where the doctor comes to your door, visits you, like they did 70 years ago, before the rise of the capitalist takeover of the medical industry. Medicine used to be something that you went into because you loved people and you wanted to heal people. You didn't become a doctor because you wanted to be rich. But it's become tainted with money. Money corrupts. I mean, it's corrupted since its inception. Man has an obsession with gold, useless shiny things, an obsession with attachment to stuff, and the accumulation of things. Heck yeah, man. I love Nutshell. I tried learning Down in a Hole, but it's really hard because he's got a unique rhythm to that. Because it's a... Wait. I think... I can't remember. What's the start? Is it start on D? Spurgeon, that sounds familiar. about Charles C. Spurgeon? I know, right? See you later, Glenn. When I need to learn how to do the. I guess I go. Trying to figure out how to do the was it the beginning for Heaven Beside You. Yeah, and it'd be easier to figure it out if I was listening to the song, but oh shit, it's been 2 hours that I've been on here. I'm gonna get going in a sec. Actually, I'll just get going now. Y'all have a great day. Oi. See y'all tomorrow.